Grand Rising, everybody. Joseph Hennessy. Channel is The Children. On YouTube, it's Joseph Hennessy 1161. I'm looking for like-minded souls, rainbow warriors, empaths, starseeds, human beings, extraterrestrials, kind, caring, compassionate people who are just tired of living in the matrix, which is coming to an end. We're going to the fifth dimension. Unconditional love, abundance, no more wars, no more of the matrix, low frequency planet where the 1%ers run the world. There's enough abundance for all of us to be happy, joyous, and free. So today I just wanted to speak a little bit about, why I couldn't understand why Donald Trump was letting Bibi Netanyahu do all the destruction that he's doing. And sometimes I have to think about things for a period of time to understand the big picture. So this is just my theory. I was thinking that he had to let Bibi Netanyahu go ahead and do everything that he was doing, because if he goes in and he just stops everything that the Biden administration let happen in the first place, well, everything goes back to normal and Netanyahu goes back to doing what he's doing. So he had to let him do what he's doing so the whole world could see what he was doing. And the whole world is taking notice, so it seems the American people haven't taken as much notice as people in Europe have, in African countries. So with this, excuse me, somebody's walking by, I got distracted there for a second. So he had to let him go ahead and do all the destruction he was doing. And the world is up in arms, and they're tired of it. Like I said, if he would have let him go back the way things were before, he would have just kept doing what he was doing. He was supposedly the good guy in the Middle East, but he's the one who started all the wars in the Middle East in the last 30 years with the help of the American government. And he's drawn us into conflict after conflict that we've had to pay for, which makes no sense because we give them billions and billions of dollars a year, but they do nothing for us. All they do is drain our economy. We're trillions of dollars in debt, yet we pay for them to have free medical and free education. It just makes no sense. So President Trump had to let him do what he was doing so the whole world could see what he was really up to and what he's been up to for the last 30 years. He's displacing all those Palestinians. He's murdering them. He's starving them. He has no soul. And I keep stating this. He's not Jewish. He is a Khazarian. He is a Zionist. Jews have nothing to do with what's going on in Israel, who live all over this world. Half the Jews on this planet are up in arms. The rest of them, I actually believe the brainwashing that they're victims, and they're not victims. I come to understand that a lot of the problems they had with the Jewish people in World War II is because they were the ones who controlled the money, and they were ripping everybody off. Well, guess who controls all the world economic systems today? 90% of them are run by the Zionists. So, for a percentage of the population who makes up so little, that they have so much control on the planet. And that's the problem. They're going to lose their control, and he's starting to lose his control because he's lost all credibility with the human race. These are the people who were genocided in World War II. And look what they're doing to the poor Palestinian people. So it's coming to an end, but like I said, the shit show had to happen like this. And I've shared this with my Palestinian friends this morning, that I believe that since we've had hundreds of lives, we've been the Palestinian peoples at some point in time in history. You could have been murdered by Joseph Stalin or Genghis Khan or the Catholic Church, all those people who murder people in the name of God. So in the cycle of life, that's where those people, their lives, choices, that's what they knew what was going to happen for the greater good of humanity. We are ascending to the fifth dimension. There's no more of this low frequency stuff. President Trump is the wrecker of the system. behind the scenes, he's doing a lot of good things that people don't even talk about. Rounding up pedophiles, cleaning up the military, closed the border. He's done a lot of good work. And on top of that, he posted something the other day that I've spoken about in the past, is about the med beds, where they actually have technology. They're called med beds, where they actually can fix any disease or ailment that the human suffers from. You can grow body parts, regenerate organs. You have to understand, if they can do stem cell research, and I tell you that they've been holding the technology back from us, it is at least 100 years old, that all these scientific pieces of equipment already exist, the med beds. So he posted a video on his Truth Social platform, but he took it down. But he wouldn't be putting that stuff up there if it wasn't for real. If you ever notice President Trump sits like this, and he's always got his hands like that, that's for the Space Force. That's for the Galactic Federation. They're up there and they're watching. They're here to oversee what we're doing. We're going to the fifth dimension. It's a matter of, do you want to make that conscious decision to leave the Matrix? Or do you like it in the Matrix? I'm going to where I'm going to be happy, joyous, and free, where children are free. There is no work. You don't need money. There's nothing but abundance. But these med beds are real, and the first people that will be able to use the med beds are the kids with autism, Down syndrome, anger issues, mental issues. All of it can be taken care of with this technology that they've been suppressing from us for a long, long, long time. If they could clone a lamb, and like I said, we're 100 years behind in the technology, that means they've been cloning human beings, and they do it. And the clones are running out there. And I know that's hard to believe, but if you look at a lot of the politicians and celebrities, you see them one time, then you see them a couple of times later, and they look totally different. It's a matrix that we live in. It's a program, it's a shit show, and it has to come to an end. But the tyrants at the top, the Zionists, like I said before, they're not the only ones. There's plenty of bad people in our government and all the world's government, because they're just the puppets for the deep state. But there is technology out there. They've just been suppressing it for many, 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 many years. It's like I shared in a couple of videos, jet fuel in a jet, as the airplane is going by now. There's no way that an airplane could hold 40,000 gallons of fuel. There's nowhere to put it. If you look at the physical size of the tankers compared to the size of the aircraft, it can't happen. So they lie about everything, all the technology. So the airplane jet engine is supposedly ancient technology. I don't know all the ins and outs because I'm not a scientist. And I was listening to something else this morning that all scientific data in this country is all fake. Half of it, they say, is fake. It's all fit to a narrative going back to COVID-19. But I'm starting to get off track a little bit, but President Trump did post something about the med beds. They're out there, they're coming. If you decide that you don't want to be part of the third dimension and you want to be healthy, they have the technology to heal everything on your body. I have a metal right shoulder. I'm looking forward to where they put my original bone back there and I'm able to throw a ball, act like a kid again. And I know that's what's coming, because I believe in things I can't see, because I believe in the universe and I believe in God. So President Trump, he's tearing it down. He's got the military all over this country. They're doing their thing. It has to be ripped from the inside out, because the enemy is within. We're fighting. It's not out. They just bring all the outside enemy in to distract us, to hide the true fact that the real enemy is the government. He's not part of the government. He's an American who loves his country, who was a successful businessman, who was loved by all minorities until he became a Republican, and they somehow turned everybody against him. Do your own research. It means you can read, stop believing the narrative, stop believing the news, the fake news. We have this technology, and if it was fake, how come MSNBC is not on the box telling you that he's full of shit, posting things that don't exist? Because they know the real truth, but they're fighting their last battles. They're losing control. If you believe the lies that come out of the TV set, then I don't know what to tell you. They're still pushing vaccines, even though they've killed millions of people. They're still just lying about everything. 9/11, it's all a lie. Our history is all lies. But anyway, be positive, be happy, be joyous, be free. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Get out, play, get your feet in the sand, the water, the grass, throw a ball, sing, dance. I danced for 2 hours this morning. I danced last night in front of Facebook. I think I'm going to do it again tonight. It frees my soul, my mind, and it just emits a positive frequency that energizes the planet. We need everybody to rise above and come together as one, as a collective, as God's children, because the world is changing. It's becoming much brighter, and it's going to get brighter and brighter. Look at the sun. She's white. She used to be orange. She's changing. She's the giver of life. Stop wearing sunblock. Just be grateful that you're alive during this time period, because if you believe anything I'm saying, we are going to a better place to live, the fifth dimension. God bless. Namaste.